He thought he was in control. How wrong he was.
Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving. Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving movie club.
From the deepest corner of the darkest universe, two brave hosts battle through nameless hordes of ghoulish monsters most foul, all to bring you the eternal glory of the Dark Side Drive-In.
It's the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving. Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving movie club. It's the dark side driving. Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving movie club.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a humidifying, a scorchifying, a should-have voted for Al Gore-ifying episode of the Dark Side Drive-In Intermission. I am joined by your hosts, who roast with ghosts, Stefan.
Hey, Darkside Dave, it's good to see you, man. It's been a while.
Yes, except I live here, so it hasn't been a while. And Shane.
Where have you been?
Well,
Like, literally. You say you live here, but where have you been?
I live here in this plane of existence, and most of the time in Stefan's apartment.
Sure, but for a lot of the time recently, you have not been there. So where have you been? We
Well,
want receipts.
well, and here's the problem with receipts. Those are documents, and I am undocumented.
Oh, no.
I was captured by ICE, and because you can't deport someone to another plane of existence, I was sent to El Salvador. But then they realized I was a skeleton man, and they didn't want to have to deal with the paperwork, so they just kicked me out.
Just let you go.
I hitchhiked all the way back to Pennsylvania.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, it was really easy to get people to pick me up with my magic skills.
Hopefully you don't get sent to Alligator Alcatraz next, because that would be a problem.
Good news! I know Speak with Animals, the spell, so I'll have no problem navigating the swamps. And also, I'm Bones. Well, Dave, hold on a second. Like, did they didn't release you because you have, like, no criminal record? It's like, they just released you because you were possibly dead? Well, the fact is I do have a criminal record, but not in this plane of existence, but back home for drug possession. Back when I was at the Necromancy Academy, it was hard to study late for all of those hundreds of years. Sometimes your boy needed a bump or two of arcane cocaine. It's just cocaine with dancing lights cast on it. It's really just cocaine, guys. Jeez,
Oh, they got
David.
to your world too. It's just cocaine. How's your war on drugs going in your plane of existence?
We have bigger things to worry about, like dragons.
Oh, nice.
And also necromancers, like what I was before I left. So wait, were you driven out by some kind of war back home? No, nothing that interesting. I had to pay alimony to my ex-wife, so I fled. I'm out of their jurisdiction now.
Hey, bad news. That is also on your criminal record now. Dave.
Well, I wouldn't know here, because again, no documents.
Hey, just a quick question, since you are an undocumented immigrant. What is your intake on cats and dogs for sustenance? Is that like a thing still, or like due to your not being documented here, do you just like need to eat household pets? Like what's the story on that one?
Well, it's actually quite the opposite. Before I am bones, and dogs enjoy eating bones. Therefore, they're more of a threat to me.
Oh, you're more scared of them than they are of you.
Yes, and I make sure that I share that fear by using my dark powers to resurrect dead animals and use them to eat people. So the turns are tabled. The tables are turned, as they say. Hi, Dave. Well, why don't you go back to your screen time? You've earned it. You've been traveling a lot, buddy. You must have had a really tough time. Yes, I think about all the video games that I've missed out on. I'm going to go get some screen time. Shane, I thought you'd ask him what he's playing. You're usually interested in
no, I just, I'm afraid to ask because there have been some toxic additions as of late. So I'm going to regret doing this. But Dave, what have you been playing?
Rainbow Six Siege X!
It's got me too, man. We're going to have to play together.
We should squad up. Although I'm warning you, I'm not very good due to not having eyes.
But you do have ears?
No! And I don't have a
God.
nose because of all the arcane cocaine.
You don't even have a septum anymore. It's just deviation. It's
just bones. Don't know how else I can stress how much I'm just bones. It's really
your
no other way
your
to
nose
put
has
it.
been running for 350 years and stuff.
Well, it's no sinuses, just bones. It's all bones.
Do gummers still affect you?
What?
It's where you put your finger in the arcane cocaine and rub it all through your mouth?
No, Shane, I have no nervous system. I'm bones. How much do we have to express that I'm bones now?
I might need a drawing of this, like bone to you ratio. We need a...
I feel like I'm being mocked. I'm going to go and play my toxic video games.
There you go.
You're not going to bother me anymore.
Solid.
All right. Sorry, Darkside Dave. But, Darkside Dave, didn't you want to tell us about how mad you were that you have to play on my account because the screen name you wanted was gone?
What was the screen name?
Yeah, I forgot about that. I was so mad about it. I wanted to be Darth Daver because I switched the V and the D in Vader. Isn't that cool?
That's so cool.
It's the coolest. But it was taken. I told him he should be Darth Daver 42069, but he didn't like it. It's a juvenile joke, Stefan, you fool. All right, well, I'm going to walk away now. Goodbye. You could tell that he was walking away because how his voice faded.
Yeah, it was crazy. It just faded. He turned around and walked right away.
I know. Like, how magic keeps him together is crazy because, again, he's just bone. So he doesn't have, like, cartilage. He doesn't have tendons. I don't even know how he walks.
He has arcane cocaine.
Well, I don't let him bring that into my household. I don't need trouble with the law here. You may have missed the part where he said it's just cocaine. So, luckily,
imagine being a cop and you pull someone over, and they have cocaine, and then it just lights are all blown all through it, just like flashing.
Casting dancing lights on it.
Like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah,
and then you cast grease under them and they trip, and then you run away.
I mean, I'm sure that the pranks at the Necromancy Academy are probably wild and
yeah, for sure.
That's crazy stuff.
That should be like Goalies 5. Goalies go to necromancy camp.
I mean, if they were to make another one, as long as it's not another one with just live action people in Ghoulies outfits.
That is true.
It is.
Way to bring it down.
All right. Wow. All right. You going to continue the show? I mean, Dave's done. He's gone.
Oh, he's gone? All right. Well,
he's over there. He's playing Rainbow Six.
You folks are tuning into the Dark Side Drive-In Intermission. I was trying to get the software to work, and it doesn't anymore, so I'll have to add these in post. This is our like supplemental
well-oiled machine. The show.
Yeah, this is our well-oiled. This is our platform to discuss other things that we'll get into in a second, and then also maybe do some fun topics that aren't really in line with our, sometimes 80s, sometimes 90s, sometimes 70s movies, mainly 80s. So I guess we'll roll right into housekeeping. We took a break. I'm sure you all know. We've talked about it multiple times. We took multiple breaks. For you all, it wasn't as long. For us, it was a lot longer. We have some new software. We started using Riverside FM. It's pretty dope. Stefan and myself can see each other, which is cool. Helps us keep kind of stuff moving.
I could take it or leave it.
Yeah, take it or leave it. We're not releasing video. It's just kind of helps us we can share screens and look at things and do fun stuff. So highly recommend that if you are a up and coming podcaster or want to do anything like that, I would take a look at their plans. I think they have a free plan. Check it out. It's kind of worth the time and effort. It's definitely helped us out. There's no ad for them. I just it's kind of what we've been doing. So, and we're I guess elbow deep in our summer Tri-Slash-a-thon 3rd annual. So thank you all for the support. This is honestly, I usually like the Samhain season Devilish Duology, but these summer Tri-Slash-a-thons are becoming probably my favorite thing we do. Just because it's so much fun. These movies are a lot of fun. Even if they're bad, they're good kind of fun. They're it's enjoyment to watch. Unlike some things we'll talk about in a little bit, but yeah, I think everything else has been going business as usual. We're the ones going strong on the channel. We had some other ideas cooking up with some other people that kind of got put on a little bit of a hiatus. So, and later, I think this summer, you were going to hear from a special guest might join us for an episode, and we're not going to tease who it is yet, but we'll tease it, but we're not going to say who it is yet. So
yeah, we'll tease the existence of a
guest
that the intention is for the final act of the summer Tri-Slash-a-thon to be the guest's debut, as it were.
Yeah, and they want to hang out with us, which is crazy. So, yeah.
I barely want to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But before we... oh, my God. Yeah, shallow and pedantic. Before we move on to the favorite segment of the intermissions, is there anything you'd like to get into or bring up before I pole vault into the next bit we got going on?
No, you talked about how we're in the midst of the summer Tri-Slash-a-thon. Did you say the movies again? Since we have revealed the names of the movies.
That's fair. Okay, that's another thing. So we normally don't tell you what the movies are going to be. This time we did all three. We're like, hey, this is what we're doing. So do you want to enlighten the audience?
Yeah. So assuming that this comes out in the correct order, we've already released film 1 of the summer Tri-Slash-a-thon, which is The Prey.
Ooh.
Sorry, I don't the Prey that way.
Yeah.
Then our next up, hopefully not long after this guy releases, we'll be releasing Maniac, which not the Elijah Wood remake, the original one from 1980. Is it 1980? 81?
81, I thought.
Okay. And then our final movie.
1980, you were correct. I'm sorry.
I was. Don't ever second guess me or cause me to second guess myself. And then our third and probably with guest host movie is Doom Asylum, which is an insane movie. It's going to be great.
I'm pretty excited. I do, for folks that haven't seen The Prey, and you're into hiking, you should watch that movie. It's a lot of good animal shots in there for you.
There is. And I love how the tagline, did we talk about it during the episode? We had to have, right? How the tagline for the movie. Man, we missed it.
I don't know why we didn't.
That's such an oversight on our part.
I know, but he only has it once.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is the tagline for the movie is he's not human and he has an axe. And it's number one, he is human. And number two, he only has an axe that he takes from people he murders and kills them with it and then never has it again. So yeah, technically he does have an axe at one point, but it's not throughout the movie he has an axe.
It's like a shopping mall situation. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, this robot doesn't have hands.
More crushing than chopping, but yeah. So stay peeled for all of that stuff. We will be posting on our socials. Got some good Instagram activity recently, so thank you all for that. You can catch us on Slasher. We have Facebook, so everything you can find us is at the Dark Side Drive-In. So there's no confusion anymore. We're not doing X. I mean, we still have X. You can try to reach me on there. I'm not going to answer you because I just don't log in. So, but for some reason, hackers really want to get into our X account. But I've got a lot of verification set up, so you're not getting in. So good luck. So is that all you had for the Hell's Creeping?
Yeah. I think that we're solid. We're good to move on.
Well, in that case, it's time.
No,
for...
never mind. Actually, I have other things. I have so many things. I'm gonna filibuster
so many
right
things.
now.
I feel, but yeah, it's just like, hold on, let me get the phone book. Oh fuck, we don't have phone books anymore. Hey kids,
Actually,
do you have one?
I do. Yeah, they
Get
leave
the
one
fuck out of here.
Yeah,
What
they
year?
left one. Just this year.
There's a new. They still print a phone book.
Yeah, they're in the lobby of my building.
God
they leave
damn,
like a pile
dude.
of them.
So I was
It
gonna
actually
make
might
that.
have
Hey
been
kids,
last year. I don't think they do it every year, but they do. They do it from time to time.
once every 20 years. It's on the
Not that
the 25.
much.
It's on the centennial. It's like was it the 25? I don't know. Anyways, but hey kids, we used to have to look at things up in a phone book before our phones could store information. So, yeah, and there were also things called yellow pages. Pretty wild. So look it up. But it is time for everyone's favorite segment. The reason they come to the show. It is our. What do we? It's the 20 questions light or like.
It's the 20 questions, like, I think is what we call it.
It is like, yeah.
But it's just 20 questions. It's just 20 questions.
It's. Well, I don't want to get sued. Dude, do you want to get sued? You can't even sing happy birthday in most restaurants. Like, people take this shit seriously, I guess.
I don't think 20 questions is copywritten. But what
Well,
an
if it is, we
interesting
change the name
debate
to the Terrible 20.
Well, you do change it to the Terrible 20. But I think this discussion about copyright infringement is an interesting one because of
Yeah,
our
considering me,
subject
who
for
have added like
later.
at least 7 or 8 sound clips from movies we've done, you know?
Well, that too, yeah.
I don't think Elves, the creators of Elves, are going to come after us. If they do, like, I'd love to even know who they were. Like, dude, can we just at least talk for 10 minutes? Like, what would it? what is the cost to get this on Tubi?
They're going to sue us for enough money to release a Blu-ray edition of it.
Yeah, right. Like, our pain will fund the revival of Elves.
Problem is, I don't really think I have that much liquid money. They'll just be garnishing my paycheck for 20 years.
In perpetuity, yeah. But, you know, I am sure you have a lot of questions, hopefully 20 of them. But I actually have a question for you. So,
Okay.
Stefan, are
Yeah?
you ready?
I'm the readiest I've ever been.
Insert really pensive dramatic music.
It's been so long since we've done this. I'm trying to remember how I play. Where's my strategery for this? Okay, so is it post 9/11?
Ooh. I have to look that up. Give me 1 second. The production or release?
Release.
It is post 9/11.
But it was a pre 9/11 production. Interesting. So, okay, so I don't even have to ask my usual question, which is if it's in the last 10 years, because I know it's not, because it was that close to the line. Is it a remake?
I don't think so.
You know, it's incumbent upon you as the person who's answering my questions to be a little more knowledgeable
It
about
is.
the thing.
It is a remake. It is a remake.
It is a remake. Okay.
Yep. I couldn't remember. I thought it was, but I thought it was something else. But it is. Yep. Yes.
Does it involve a haunting or a curse of any kind?
Yes.
Let's see. Does the child factor into the plot in any way?
Does a child or the child?
What would be the child? I was just asking if a child factors into the main plot.
Kind of, yeah.
You're so bad at this.
What? Yes.
Kind
No,
of.
'cause
I
you-
don't know.
Because the shame that comes with the...
Because of the shame that comes with the what if when you answer wrong.
Yeah. and then the whole internet knows.
This will help narrow it down. Is it like a remake of a J horror movie? That'd be a Japanese horror movie.
Yeah, I know. No.
So if you want to know where I was going with that, I was going to The Ring. That was why.
Yeah, that's not Ring. Yeah, it's not that.
That's not a question.
It's like a monkey paw situation. It just slowly goes like.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't asking for that. You'd be like taking any question that I ask in any way as part of the game.
Yeah.
You're like you play by the Jin's rules from Wishmaster. Just anything that I remotely say I kind of would like counts as a wish.
That'd be wild, dude. We should play it that way.
No. So a haunting or a curse does factor into it. Is the director primarily known for horror movies?
Yes.
Okay. Let's try to zero in on what the horror is. Does it contain ghosts?
Yes.
Is it a specific number of ghosts?
Yes.
Is the number of ghosts prime?
Yes.
Is Tony Shalhoub involved?
Yes.
Is it 13 ghosts?
It is 13 ghosts. Yes. Boom. Cheering. So, the child thing is tough because, like, there are children in the movie and they are part of the plot, but
they're incredibly important to the plot.
Yeah.
The 13th ghost is their mother. Did you see this movie?
Yes, dude. That's why I said yes.
You were correct. Yes, it was very integral. They were very important.
The director would not have helped you. And it's Stephen Beck, who also made Ghost Ship, which is the movie that I thought Death Ship was. Now that I see Ghost Ship, it's the same exact cover art. So when I was a kid, I saw this in the... So.
Oh, yeah. Ghost Ship was clearly riffing on the Death Ship cover.
Yeah, but, like, it's better.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Is that a record? Because I actually think I figured it out. So the total, including the title guess, was 11, I think.
Yeah. You got one in, like, 6 or 7.
Did I? Because this one I got down to ghosts, and that's when I knew I was onto it. And then after there was a specific number of ghosts. That was 8 in, so at 8 in I knew where I was. Then I was goofing on you when I was
that
like,
might be
is
a
it
record.
a prime number of ghosts?
Yeah, it might be a record, yeah. I think...
Is Tony Shalhoub involved? Like, by then I was very much onto it.
Is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo die in this?
He does! That's a good movie. You know, you want to know something really cool?
What's up?
You know, I've started my budding VHS collection.
Okay, do you have this?
I do.
That's so, dude,
it's still in the wrapper even, so it hasn't even played yet. So as soon as I put it into the VCR, I can have like as many, because you only have so many watches of a VHS tape before they, run into problems. That'll be a whole new set of watches, baby. And it's protected from the elements wherever it was, because I'm pretty sure that I got it at like a yard sale or something.
So, fun fact about this was released in October 26, 2001. That's why I had to look up. I should have known that was going to be the first question.
That's as close to 9/11 as we've ever come.
Yeah, so like I if you haven't seen this movie, I don't know what the fuck you've been doing. This is actually I think this is one of the best ghost movies to come out of this like weird era of horror in the like 1999 to 2002.
It actually kind of had a reappraisal in recent years. I feel like it wasn't that well received when it came out at the time.
Really? I didn't know that because like I loved this movie as a kid. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, like I think that people liked it, but like the critics, and all that, they didn't care for it. And it didn't. Well, it made decent money, I guess. But it didn't make a ton of money. But horror movies rarely do. That is funny. You didn't realize it was a remake, though.
I got this confused with House on Haunted Hill, which for sure is a remake. So and like in my brain, I'm like, that's a remake. Is this one a remake? And then I'm like, that's why I kind of got choked up, or
that was like that was around the same era too, right? Like
right. That's why in my head I'm like, shit. Was that the remake? And this one's the
and this is only a couple years behind the Haunting remake, the Haunting of Hill House remake.
Right.
or the house. Yeah, it's the House on Haunted Hill and the Haunting of Hill House.
Yep.
Were 2 different remakes.
Yep. Yeah, fun. Well, that was the terrible 20. And
It was less terrible this time.
You survived. Proud of you.
Something has survived.
I'm so glad you didn't go down the director route because you would have been screwed. Because technically he is known for horror because he's only done for like 4 movies. And 3 of them were horror, so.
Yeah, I was kind of going a different direction with that. But
yeah, I'm glad you made that call.
Well, I instantly, as soon as I was like, you know what, I don't have enough context to even start to guess at a director. So I knew I needed to start moving down. My usual thing was a genre. And I remember I said haunting or curse. And when it wasn't a curse, which is what I thought it was when I thought it was The Ring. So I was like, then it must be a haunting. And then I was going to go down the list of them. But yeah, I literally just, you can see it in my background. I got a new shelf put up. And that's where my VHSs are. So I gazed into the face of 13 Ghosts earlier today when I was setting my shelf up.
Dave tipped me off. That's how I picked that one.
Oh,
so,
what a nice
Dave.
guy. He's really looking out for me.
You're getting 1 extra bone this week.
Yeah, well, that's good because he can't rent an apartment because all his documents in another plane of existence.
he should get married to someone.
But who would have him? He doesn't have. He's only bones.
Get Fritz to do it.
I'm gonna get Darkside Dave on Tinder later.
Dude, that would actually be funny. And we do a segment where we like just read the Tinder messages. Hey, let us know if that's a good idea. Well, hold on. It's a bad idea, but let us know if we should do it.
I'm really concerned that he's not going to get any matches and it'll hurt his self-esteem.
Technically, we could use our Facebook page as the Facebook affiliation. Dude, that's like free marketing.
You put up a fraudulent Tinder account on behalf of Darkside Dave. Verify him through our own.
I don't have eyes, but bitch, you look great.
Whoa,
there you go.
Darkside Dave would never use.
You don't
that
think
word.
He uses cocaine?
He doesn't use cocaine anymore. He lost his nose hundreds of years ago.
True.
And plus, our
sorry, Dave, for assuming you're misogynistic with your bone castles and extra planar thoughts of domination. I've seen this before, and I know where this leads, so I just assumed.
He's a mass murderer, but he draws the line at sexism. He's not trying to get canceled.
Good for Jesus. Good for you, Dave. I'm serious about that, though. I think we should do it.
I know you are serious, and that's kind of what scares me about this whole thing. But hey, you know what? We got through that unscathed. Why don't we do something else? How's that for a transition?
Like what? Yeah, we'll just do anything. Let's talk about our feelings.
No, absolutely not.
Well, I do have feelings about our next segment.
Well, look. That's fine. Anyways, so we decided that lately you've probably noticed a string of, I think in the last couple of years, really, starting in like 2024, 2023, 2024, basically a bunch of properties have been entering the public domain, and a bunch of these like low budget horror film companies decided, how do we deal with the fact that the Grinch Who Stole Christmas or whatever is now in the public domain? Let's make him a murderer. And they decide to make a horror movie that's like, sometimes it involves the actual concept of the property. Most of the time it doesn't. Shane, I'm saying sometimes it does. So we've decided to start with a segment, and it will be a returning segment because they're going to keep making these. A segment we like to call Eminent Public Domain.
Solid.
Get it?
I do get it.
Yeah, because once it enters public domain, they're taking it, buddy. They're
they
scooping that up.
Not wasted. It is insane. Once you click on one of these, the algorithm is like, yes, we got him.
They're picking it up, and they're making Steamboat Willie into a murderer.
There's like 4 of them. There's another one that came out.
There are, yeah. Not to be mistaken,
really into that mouse killing people.
Okay, yeah, but like there's 2 of them where it's Steamboat Willie. There's one where it's just a guy dressed like Mickey Mouse killing people, and he's not a boat. So I'm like, are you allowed to do that with regular Mickey Mouse? Like, I
don't think so.
I thought it was specifically Steamboat Willie that was on that list.
because they don't make property with that anymore. Yeah, insane, dude.
So we're going to go through, I forced Shane to watch 3 of these. But we postponed recording one day, and I watched another because I have a problem. And let's kick it off with eminent public domain.
Where do we even start with this? Because, I mean, I don't even know, dude. Which one do you want to start with? Because, to be fair, if you were able to queue up movies and fall asleep, you would think that 2 of these were filmed at the same location and happening at the same time, except for the main characters are just completely different. So
actually, some of the actors are the same in all 3.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, it's like you could literally fall asleep and wake up and be like, what is happening? Like, I thought your head exploded.
I will say one quick note is that a lot of these movies, and specifically the 3 that we're talking about today, are all from the same company, and it is, what are they called? Like ITM Productions or something like that. Let me see. I'm gonna grind us to a halt immediately while I look it up.
Hell yeah.
ITN Studios, that's what they're called.
Yep, ITN. Yep.
So they're famous because they're making a shared universe of these films.
Yeah, insane.
Called the Twisted Childhood Universe.
The Pooniverse.
Well, before we even dive into that, let's cover the one that isn't part of the universe, and it also
Okay.
happens to be the latest one.
Sure.
So get your spinach, grab a life raft.
I can't do that noise.
Yeah. Grab a
me spinach.
oil. Yeah, get yourself a sailor tattoo on your exceptionally long, like wide forearms. Have your face be stroked out. It's time for Popeye's Revenge. So yeah, our first movie is called Popeye's Revenge. Oh man, let's just cover some of the credits. So it's directed by William Stead, written by Harry Boxley and E.C. Seeger. Our main character / final girl is Tara, is played by Emily Mogilner. Then there's our boyfriend Dylan, is played by Connor Powles. Friend Donna, played by Danielle Ronald. Donna's erstwhile boyfriend Nick is played by Bruno Cryan. His side piece Sky is played by Atlanta Moreno. Their random friend Kathy, played by Carolina Ugrenyuk. And then lastly is a guy named Beanie, played by Finn Phoenix. There's a couple other side characters, like the trio of people who die at the beginning. Alan, Cherry, and Mia is played by Kyle Jordan, Eva Ray, and Danielle Scott. And then a couple of like older folks who play parents and stuff like that. But and Olive Oil. Who could forget Olive Oil? Is played by Kelly Ryan Sanson. Now, here's the thing, Shane. This isn't your daddy's Popeye. This is
not.
Yeah. So, as we're told in a poorly animated opening, this Popeye is actually a deformed child whose parents apparently loved him so much that they dressed him like a sailor every day, so he'd be bullied for both deformities and dressing like a sailor all the time.
Yeah, I don't know how they couldn't figure that out. What was going to happen?
Yeah, who would have thought? And when they told us this, I was like, "Oh man, this is like an ancient curse. Like this has been going on for a really long time, right?"
It's like
no,
10
it was
years.
like 10 years ago. Like this happened. Essentially, the idea is the townspeople, basically this child Popeye, whose name is like Johnny or something. It's just like a regular kid name, right?
Yeah,
Johnny
it's like
or
Johnny.
Jimmy. Yeah. So he kills another kid who is picking on a young girl who defended him, his only friend. So he, I don't know, murders this kid. And
Hey,
then,
how does he murder him?
doesn't he choke him so much that his eyeballs pop out?
He Popeyes him. He just...
Oh, hence the name.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't really do that much in the movie.
He has one other scene he does it.
He has one other time. Yeah. So essentially, the townspeople find out. They go to his house. They Freddy Krueger the house, burn it down with his only other friend who is someone living in his basement who turns out to be his younger sister. Spoiler alert for later, I guess.
Yeah.
And then his parents die. He gets burned in the fire. He runs to the lake that looks more like just a small pond in rural UK. And he drowns there. So he's dead. Dead child. Not a super cool way to start out the movie, except he's inexplicably now an adult ghost who comes out of the water as a fog wraith, carrying an anchor, and murders people who
Just
go
like
to
in
his
the cartoon.
house. Just like in the cartoon. He only has spinach once. He has an anchor often.
He throws the spinach in like a grenade, by the way.
He does. He throws it into the house as like a flashbang or something. I don't know what that was all about. It wasn't a good distraction though. So like he did draw the attention of the folks in the room. I don't really know what to say about this man. He never does anything like very Popeye like he doesn't do he doesn't do that. He doesn't, the sailor's hornpipe doesn't play, even though you have to imagine that was always public domain, wasn't it? That was like even before Popeye. That was an old song from like the 1800s.
I don't know. So I looked into this director because all of these films are British. And I think Winnie the Pooh is a British IP, right? That came from England, right?
I believe so.
Popeye did not. It was very American. So I'm like, do they just not understand Popeye? Like they weren't like didn't watch it or anything. And I looked up the director, and he lived in he was born in England and then moved to the United States. But like all of his films deal with England. So like, I don't know if like they just haven't. It's like, dude, have you ever even watched Popeye? Like, do you even understand? Not saying this had to be like I'm kind of pissed that Wimpy wasn't involved a little bit.
Almost none of his extended
They could have ground at
universes.
least one asshole into a hamburger. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that
no
was
one
such a missed opportunity.
even offered to pay him Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah, dude, he didn't put one hand in one meat grinder, and I'm just like,
no Bluto, who is the villain
right,
of the
exactly.
original story.
Right.
I don't know. Honestly, I thought it was kind of funny that he was like possessed, or he would move about like in the fog at night. So he could only come out at night. That was one thing that nerfed him.
Sure.
Except the one time when he left a boat that he apparently had. So, okay, here's the question. What are his powers? Because I thought he was bound to the lake and he only could come out at night in the night fog. But earlier, he comes out of a boat in the day, and it appears he murdered the boat's owner and used the boat to get there. And I'm like, wait a second, did he sail this boat? Or is he a fog wraith? I don't understand what Popeye is.
At this point, he could just be some dude.
I mean, he seems like he might be, because when he was murdering the one girl, he like clearly copped a feel. I'm like, oh, gross. What are you doing?
That was kind of weird.
Yeah. It's like, Popeye, I thought you were better than this. You're supposed to have been
I love
an
how the one
innocent child.
fisherman's like, "Yo, don't go over there," and
Yeah.
where the fog is lethal, and then proceeds to sit in the fog and get murdered.
Yeah, there's like one of those classic slasher moments of, you're doomed, you're all doomed. Like the don't go down that road kind of thing.
Yeah, not
And
Rod.
instead, the dude literally then goes and
Went down that
fishes
road.
at the lake and waits until nightfall and is murdered. Like, that was bound to happen. It was guaranteed to happen. But like, I feel like a lot of the movie too kind of really falls apart, you know, beyond just everything about it being really weird. Cause like,
I can't. What part did it fall apart? This is what I need to hear from you.
okay.
Because
So it felt like it was just random slasher thing. Like there's a bunch of kids that are refurbishing a bunch of cabins, including the house where Popeye's family lived and were murdered. And they had nothing to do with this entire story. They're just wrong place, wrong time kind of slasher. Right? We've seen that before. We've seen this movie. It's a weird twist on it. Weird to bring Popeye into all this. But that we've seen this. But then instead it's like, no. The townspeople were then possessed by the ghost of Popeye to rebuild his house for him. And also, our main girl, Tara, was the young girl that had defended Popeye, and he murdered for her. So he was never going to hurt her, except he definitely was.
multiple times.
Yeah, and killed all of her friends. It's just such a weird, like, it's
But,
Popeye's
like,
revenge, but he's getting revenge on the one person who And also, they're out there repairing the cabins. That's part of his project. He wants to have more people around so he can murder them. So he should want them to finish getting these cabins set up so it now becomes a tourist attraction and he can kill more people. That seems like exactly what he'd want. It'd be right in his wheelhouse. Get it? Because where the ship's steering wheel is called the wheelhouse.
That had more connection to the plot movie than the plot movie itself had connection to each other. Hey,
that's true.
So then the mom was also like the first grade teacher or kindergarten teacher.
She was the teacher, but she also participated in the massacre. So I can understand if Popeye's revenge is to get revenge on the adults who killed him, but instead he's just killing random people for no reason all the time.
Also, like, wouldn't she be like, "Oh my god, it's the fucking kid with the crazy arms that I knew from a kid, like 10 years ago." Like, that's what's wild about this is like, why didn't they make the mother the girl that was protecting him, and like make it like 30 years or 40 years later or something? I don't know. This movie struggled tremendously to get anything done. Some of the anchor kills were pretty cool, but
do you have one in particular you're thinking of? It might be your McMurder of the movie if we had a McMurder of the movie of this movie.
I really liked the one where he got like went through. I can't remember which character it was, where he came from behind and it just hooked him right through this. Like, but the throwing one was cool too, where he like anchored. I don't know, which one do you feel like?
Mine was the dude who was playing one-handed shuffleboard at the dock for no good reason.
Okay,
he smacked him right in the wiener with an anchor.
That was good.
I liked that one a lot. Because it's like you could see it coming from a mile away. Like, what an idiot. But that's also a daylight kill, which flies in the face of this mythology that Popeye's a night murderer who comes into the night fog. Like, it seems like he just kills when he wants to. Except he's a ghost.
Is he?
He's a ghost who's fond of lawnmowers. Did you forget the part where he ran Donna over with the lawnmower?
No, I don't. There's no...
Wasn't it Donna that he ran over the lawnmower, or was it Kathy? I actually can't remember now.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. The lack of resolution at the end, though, like, I feel like this studio, if I could do a running theme for them, is that like we're never going to end our IP and like nothing ever happens at the end. Like everything is just as bad. Like, you know what I mean? There's no resolution hardly ever. Now, one of the ones we'll get into later did a better job at this somehow. But
it wasn't a high bar to cross.
This was a bad one, man. Like I normally like this stupid shit. This felt like a shitty version of Freddy. Like, it's going to be Winnie the Pooh versus Popeye. That's going to be the Freddy versus Jason of this whole situation.
Oh wait, I think I remember. Popeye burned Kathy in the car. It was Donna that he ran over with the lawnmower.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
So yeah.
So cool. Perfect movie, 10 out of 10.
This next one.
Yeah. Okay, you ready to move on to the next? I didn't know if you had any closing thoughts.
No.
There was a interesting twist though. That
was there.
The Popeye's presumably living sister Olive Oil is murdered, so now he has a reason to get revenge on Tara by the end because she kills his sister.
True.
So is that what it was all about? Is all about the very end, like the last 3 minutes of this 80-minute movie?
Saying he tried to kill her earlier, probably not. I don't know.
Even though Olive Oil told her that he wouldn't kill her, even though it seemed like he super would. Oh well. Popeye's Revenge doesn't make a lot of sense, but it exists. And it is not the only Popeye themed movie that was made this year. If you're wondering, if you're like, man, I just can't get enough of this Popeye is a murderer genre. There's two others that have come out this year. Popeye the Slayer Man, better title, I would say. And then Shiver Me Timbers, which definitely less descriptive title. Doesn't explain quite about what's going on, but
here's what I'll say about Popeye the Slayer Man. At least they tried to make him look like Popeye. So
yeah, this dude didn't look a lot like Popeye. He just kind of looked like a big, chunky lad.
So weirdo in a fucking sailor's outfit.
Well, I mean, that's why he's getting his revenge. He's given subpar outfits. All right. So do you want to introduce what our next movie will be as part of the eminent public domain?
So
Don't get too excited now.
this one, we watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and I feel like this one kicked it off for like this genre of we're just gonna ruin. I'm sure there were other ones that came first, but this one really took the world by storm. I don't know why. If you haven't guessed it, this one is about Winnie the Pooh.
If you haven't guessed what Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey might be about.
And Piglet.
Piglet's also there, and Piglet doesn't
And if you're
even
like,
get
wait, what about the other characters? It's like, we'll get there later. Don't worry. If
We'll
there's
get there
one thing the
later.
studio is not afraid of doing is retconning their own movies.
Retconning
So-
the movie of Simple Movie Later. Because this one came out in, what, 2002, right? 2023.
2023, and the next one's 2024. So they gave it like 3 months, and then they started production on another one. The best way to describe Winnie the Pooh's character is unhinged. Looking unhinged, acting, a lot of scenes of drool and honey and blood. Dude, at no point does this movie make sense. About if you're like,
All right.
if you even remotely like Winnie the Pooh as a kid, like, dude, all right, I'm good.
Well, let's introduce real quick. Directed by Reese Frake Waterfield. Also written by, so double threat. It stars Nikolai Leon as Christopher Robin, Maria Taylor as Maria, Natasha Rose Mills as Jessica, Amber Duig Thorne as Alice, Danielle Ronald as Zoe, who was just in the last movie. You might have recognized her. So, because Natasha Tossini as Lara, Paula Coes as Mary. There's someone credited as Tina. Is that one of their friends? May Kelly is Tina. Oh, I remember Tina. Okay, I remember Tina. She's the one that got lost. And then Danielle Scott is Charlene. If you want to know who the real stars of the show are, it's Craig David Dowsett as Winnie the Pooh and Chris Cordell as Piglet.
Yeah.
So I will say one thing that really surprised me, like off the rip, when I saw this movie, like trailers for it and even like references to it on social media, I thought it was a bunch of dudes who dress like the characters and kill people dressed as them. I didn't realize they were intended to be anthropomorphic animal people who were actually animal people. Like,
Do you think that worked?
no, I certainly don't think that it worked. So this movie doesn't do a lot of the heavy lifting story-wise that the second movie will do. The crux of the plot is Christopher Robin went to the 100 Acre Wood, hung out with his animal friends. They were able to speak, but they were also actually animal-human hybrid things. But essentially, Christopher Robin dipped on them to go to college to become a doctor. They were not able to fend for themselves. Apparently, Christopher Robin was stealing enough food from his house to feed all of his like woodland creature friends. Betrayed by Christopher Robin's absence and starving in the woods, they turn to cannibalism and eat Eeyore. And they're so traumatized by this event, according to the opening crawl, that they vowed to never speak the human language again. And also now became cannibals, feasting on anyone who dares travel too close to the 100 Acre Wood. All right, you on board so far?
I'm looking at photos. I'm 60% sure this is the same set as Popeye's Revenge.
The house, you mean? Like the house?
Yes,
where-
because the hot tub is the same. I'm looking at photos.
Yes, it is. It actually is. I
And
would
and
not
the
be
house-
surprised.
The
if
house
it was
is the same. It's the same house.
Yes,
from the
I would
outside.
not. I would
Right.
not be surprised if that were the case.
Yep.
So, okay, I have a lot of problems with this movie. For one,
Yeah.
why did they decide to eat one of their friends instead of, I don't know, eating strangers to start with? Like, why traumatize themselves by eating Eeyore? And also, isn't that kind of a plot hole? Isn't Eeyore's whole thing being like depressed? Wouldn't he be like, welcome the warm embrace of death to save his friends?
I guess. I don't know. Like, and they don't really get into what happened to the other characters in this one.
Well, yeah.
Well, they ate Eeyore, but like, then what about the other ones?
I feel like the reason that it was just, I think you can actually see a couple of the others in the opening animated thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can see Owl and Rabbit.
Yeah.
But number one, Tigger wasn't actually in public domain yet at the time.
That's fair.
So they couldn't put Tigger in there.
By a year.
Yeah. No, that's what I read this online. How can what I see online be fake? But anyways, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are the only two we see. I assume the other ones just weren't in the budget. That's why they only had two of them show up. So basically this movie is just like a bunch of women rent a cabin in the 100-acre wood. Also, this whole time they like at the opening part, they had this like radio broadcast of people keep disappearing in the 100-acre wood. It's like, are you guys not going to investigate this? See why people keep going missing to become food for these residents of the woods? But yeah, essentially, there's like two parallel plots. One is that Christopher Robin comes back and he brings his fiance to introduce her to Pooh, discovers that there's now blood mixed with the honey and realizes something sinister's happened. And he gets captured and his fiance is murdered. And then Christopher Robin is basically held captive and tortured by Pooh. There's actually some real dramatic moments there where Christopher Robin is telling Pooh that he loves him. And Pooh's crying and wrecking his room and then starts beating him with Eeyore's tail.
Just flogging him, yeah.
So, some real serious, heavy drama here. Meanwhile, the other story, the B story, as they say, is just a bunch of women on, what was it, a sorority retreat? What were they doing in the woods, actually? They rent a cabin, and they're just there to hang out.
Well, wasn't the one like being stalked heavily?
Was that this movie?
Again.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. Okay. You're correct. So one of the other ones I watched had the same thing, the exact same plot. So I got confused. Yeah. So Maria is being stalked, and so all of her friends take her out to the woods to make her feel better about it, I guess. Well, bad bombings on them because they essentially are attacked. Pooh and because there's not a lot of kills that are off book in this one, are there? They don't get a lot of random people. Like the closest you get is like
those
one
guys
girl gets,
at the end.
Yeah, at the end. So those girls get the one girl gets lost and she wanders into Winnie the Pooh's like warehouse. Which also, if
his
they have the
workshop,
where he has Shane, are you even going to get into how he has a bicycle-powered wood chipper?
Yeah, that he.
If
uses.
he has the mechanical wherewithal to construct this, like the engineering prowess, why does he have to resort to cannibalism? Just get a job, Winnie the Pooh. It's fine. But yeah, no. Instead, he kills the one girl by putting her through his bicycle-powered wood chipper.
It's so unhinged that he like throws her and knocks her down, and then gets on the bike real quick and like powers it up.
And then throws her in it. Yeah, he has to get on the bike real quick to power it up. While
oh my god.
Yeah. That's the only scene I think where there's a gratuitous nudity because he rips off her shirt for no good reason. It's like Winnie the Pooh. I thought you were better than this. Well, as we'll find out for the next movie, he is not. Well, I guess he is. It's not him who does it in the next one. It's
we'll get there. Jesus, please don't muddy these waters.
It's really hard to stay on track because of the connective tissue between these two movies.
What, that the same bear is in the movie? Is that your connect?
And
is
the
that
Piglet.
Your connective tissue?
Piglet.
And Piglet. My bad.
Anyways,
I don't think they eat honey in the second one once.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, the blood and honey of the title. So that's what they call it, is he
Christ.
mixes blood and honey together, and that's what he eats. And including what he feeds to some people is a torture method for some reason. He's a weird guy. That
then just
silly
beats
old
the
bear.
shit out of them for no reason.
Yeah, so whenever he attacks the sorority girl's house, like, he's not like Popeye, who murdered a woman in the hot tub. No. Pooh's a classy dude, and he's going to make use of his sidekick, Piglet. He, like, captures that one girl who's in the hot tub, takes her outside, and runs over her head with a car.
Yeah, they, like, hold her down.
Which he can drive.
Was this the camper one, or was that the next one?
Where they sleep in campers?
Yeah.
Or no. You talking about the camper scene where those women are in the...
That's the second one.
That's the second one. No, don't get out of yourself.
Damn it, dude. I can't. We should have split these up.
I know. Yeah.
This is why we don't do sequels on main lines, because it's hard to...
It's too hard to keep everything together.
God damn, this movie sucks.
It does, yeah. But then he attacks the remaining women inside. There's a pretty cool kill where one of the ladies gets Piglet to come after her with a sledgehammer. He like knocks her face off. It's crazy. They go to one of the girls gets captured and taken back to the lair, and it's up to the girl who is stalked and two of her friends, I think, who go, including Alice, who I think was either in a relationship with or really close to one of the other girls who got killed, the one who got sledgehammer faced. I can't remember which it was. Then they go to the Pooh camp. That's what I call the location.
There you go, Pooh camp. That's good.
Yeah, they do free and like Christopher Robin, who is kind of a side character in this one. He's the main character in the next one. Spoiler alert. Free Christopher Robin, free another woman named Charlene, who realizes that she's been like disfigured by Piglet and wants to get her revenge. And she's the one who gets like the blood and honey poured on her face before Piglet eats her face. And now I'm realizing that's why Pooh did it, to sweeten the meat so Piglet would enjoy the meal better. So
there we go.
I guess this movie, everything makes sense in this movie now. So yeah, two of the girls, I want to say that it was probably Maria and Jessica, because they're the highest build, so that suggests that they're the longest surviving. They managed to get to Winnie the Pooh's, or get out of Winnie the Pooh's lair. Alice stays behind to try to torture Piglet, and she actually does a number on him. But then Pooh shows up, grabs her, and stabs her in the mouth, killing her. Just Pooh Bear stuff. The girls find a group of guys. They want to up the body count in this thing, so the guys are acting tough, trying to fight Pooh Bear. But he has murder claws and also knife, and is impervious to pain, so he kills them all, except the one guy who goes to run away. And okay, so earlier in the movie, there were times where Winnie the Pooh had bees around him, and I'm like, what's the deal with these bees? In this one, he points and the bees kill a guy. It's like, what is the cooldown on Pooh Bear's ultimate? Did he just have to wait the entire movie to be able to use that one time so he didn't have to chase a guy?
Charging up.
I could focus on Maria now. But it was just so funny that he sent the bees to kill them. Now, you may ask yourself, oh man, that must make it really easy for him to get kills in the next movie, right? No, they never address his bee control powers in the next one at all.
Well, they kind of do.
Do they in the next one? I don't remember that.
I mean, if you want to just jump into the second one, because that's about where we are.
Let's finish. Right. We're almost done.
Oh, okay.
So Christopher Robin, basically the ladies try to take those guys' car or whatever. It gets wrecked because they're not good at it. Yeah. The one girl gets decapitated. Maria ends up being our final girl. She's captured. But then Christopher Robin hits Pooh with a car, putting him between the car and the other car. It's like, oh man, it finally happened. He won. No. Winnie the Pooh gets free. He grabs Maria. Christopher Robin says he'll come live with Pooh again if he spares her. Pooh Bear says, you left, and then cuts her throat. So that entire series of stories involving those women amounted to nothing because they all were murdered. It's just back to Christopher Robin. And that will bring us to the next one. What would you say your McMurder of the movie for this one was, though? Sorry, but real quick.
Probably the wood chipper one, I guess.
I'm gonna go with the girl's getting her face run over by the car, mostly just because of how long it took him to get there with the car. Mm-hmm. He was putting that. I don't think he even has his foot on the accelerator. He was just rolling into her. It took forever.
Put in neutral. He's like, it's just rolling downhill.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Yeah, I don't know how he's putting any pedal to the metal on that, but I do like the wood chipper one. That was pretty cool, mostly because of all of the effort he had to go to get it started. Yeah,
the fierce pedaling,
watching a murderous Winnie the Pooh on a electric bicycle.
Yeah, like an exercise bike.
Yeah, an exercise bike that he had constructed himself based on the look of it.
Yeah, pretty solid. But hey,
All
guess
right,
what?
Yeah, what?
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. I'm thinking like, oh my god, how did they like expand on this? Like, and I'm like, oh my god, they actually have a story, blah blah blah. But what are they gonna do about the first one? Oh, it's just a horror movie that was released. Not real.
Oh yes, that is how they explained it away.
So they retcon the whole first movie that was just a joke, and then like,
so the entire it factors into the plot though, because
okay, but like,
it's also
did we have to
confusing because
watch
some
the
of the
first one?
actors are the same between the two.
Exactly, dude.
But yeah, okay. So they do explain it away by being when he got back, Christopher Robin told everyone what happened. No one believed him. A horror movie company took on the rights to the story and decided to make a horror movie of the events he described, and that's what the first movie was. And we see it at some point in this movie. So that's kind of how they explain all of the. You know what? You're right. That's their excuse for why they changed some things. It's such a silly idea. But before we dive into that, credits. We owe these people their flowers. We have returning director Reese Frake Waterfield, who's also a co-writer along with Matt Leslie. It stars, like I said, Christopher Robin changed. It now stars Scott Chambers as Christopher Robin. And it seems like they're doing like a Terrifier kind of thing, where he's going to return for the third one and continue to be Christopher Robin, sort of like how Terrifier 3 had, what's her name, that actress who, like, she returned between Terrifier 2. She kind of became like the heroine of Terrifier 2. Mm-hmm. I'll kick myself for not remembering. Oh, Lauren Lavera, that's her name. I was going to kick myself if I didn't remember her name. Then is his friend Lexi, is played by Tallulah Evans. Winnie the Pooh is Ryan Oliva. Tigger is Louis Santer. Piglet is Eddie McKenzie. Owl is Marcus Massey, who was actually one of the thug guys, who were one of like the country dudes who got killed in the last one. Peter D'Souza Fione plays young Winnie the Pooh. Wait, what? Hold on, we're getting there. There's a guy named Simon Callow who plays Cavendish. Alec Newman plays Alan. Thea Evans plays Bunny. Nicola Wright plays Daphne. There's so many people in this movie. They like upped it to 1,000.
Look, they had money. I feel like that
they
made enough money.
100%. Flynn Gray plays Freddie. Temi Adebayo plays Ava. Flynn Matthews plays Finn. Nicola Farrell plays Kara. That's about everyone I remember. I was kind of surprised to see Simon Callow in here, though. He's like actually a pretty well-known actor. And did you think like he was in Phantom of the Opera? He was in Four Weddings and a Funeral, Shakespeare in Love. Like he's been in a lot of stuff. I guess Ace Ventura and Nature Calls is probably his greatest achievement cinematically.
Probably. And then Scott Chambers has been in some stuff too. Never like I don't think he's ever been like a lead, but he's been in stuff.
Yeah, no, they definitely, like, I think they even said in a thing, it's like, oh, we had a budget this time. He certainly did. And you know what? I may not care for this entire, like, project, like the Twisted Childhood idea, like this.
It was way better.
Public domain things. Yes, this one actually was kind of, there was a little more character to it, I felt like, and stakes.
Had a plot.
Yeah, like I felt like it mattered more, and actually cared a lot more about Christopher Robin this time because he is a doctor, and because of the horror movie came out, it's bringing bad press to the hospital, and then he, as a result of that, they have to fire him, and but he has a good support system. His friends all believe him, his parents believe him, like they're in his corner. It's kind of like a refreshing thing. It's like, you know, he's getting the raw end of the deal because he reported this. Like some people in town believe he was the killer, that he was behind all of this. So it's just such an interesting story comparatively. It's still mostly just a way to showcase gory murders.
Sure.
But it definitely felt like there was some real stakes, and there were stakes on the side of the animals too, because apparently there's a subsection of really violent locals who 100% believed Christopher Robin and started destroying all of the places where the animals in the 100 Acre Wood would hide. Like the treehouse from the last one was destroyed, like their camp zone. Like all of their stuff's destroyed. It like showed that like they'd lost out of like 6 strongholds, like 4 of them were destroyed. Like, so it's just kind of like this funny like juxtaposition. It's like, yeah, most of the people don't believe Christopher Robin, but the most violent and unhinged people in town do believe him, which is what forces the action to happen. And so Winnie the Pooh and Piglet flee to hang out with Owl and Tigger. Again, there's no Rabbit, who Rabbit feels to me like the most likely person in the Winnie the Pooh like organization to become a murderer.
Next one, probably
they have to save some for the next one. Yeah. But Owl like is talking immediately. Like, okay, so this is like no longer are they not speaking. Like the speaking's that's out the window because Owl and Tigger talk constantly. I don't know if there's like maybe a reason for their schism, like why they split up is Pooh and Piglet were taking this vow of silence seriously, but Owl and Tigger like talking. And you showcase almost immediately because the opening kill is or opening murder session is like that camper thing you were talking about, where there's 3 like girls who are like college girls who are camping and they're using a Ouija board to try to talk to the spirits of people that were killed in the 100-acre wood. And instead they get attacked by, you know, our heroes, I guess, our villains. It's pretty gruesome. One's like stabbed with a pipe through the camper. One of the like Pooh flips the camper. One of them gets out to get into her vehicle and goes to drive away, but like runs into a bear trap, steps in the bear trap, and then it's trapped. And Winnie the Pooh grabs her and drags her around. Meanwhile, he also like the camper catches on fire, and the other one like is horrifically burned.
Crisply, yeah, they
and then
so
like,
bad.
Like yes, tries to swim away, but when they're trying to escape, that's when you get your first like of many times that Owl is like incredibly like loquacious comparatively. He says something like, "You dare to try to survive," or something like that. It's like, oh, I guess they talk now. Owl, like, he won't shut up. Owl talks. Well, I guess the one who I wish would shut up is Tigger, but Owl will not. So basically, the one girl, like, with her leg in the bear trap, Winnie the Pooh opens the bear trap, rips her leg off, and then puts her head in the bear trap. And I was like, man, they're just showing off like how much their budget is now that they can get these like much more gruesome kills. And I can't remember how the charred girl died. Did Winnie the Pooh kill her or did Owl? I think Owl did, didn't he?
I thought Piglet got her. Does he smash her head in or something?
Does he? I didn't know. So I was putting together a bookshelf when I was watching this. So I wasn't completely committed to like the story bits. So I actually can't remember how Piglet died. Was he killed by those vigilantes in the woods, or is he killed later on in
Piglet?
Town? Yeah.
He's killed later.
All right. Well, let's not worry about it because who cares?
The vigilantes got him. No, you're right.
I was right. Okay.
He died before the nightclub scene.
Well, yeah, but I didn't. There's a lot of rampage before the nightclub scene.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they are being hunted by the vigilantes back at their lair, their tree lair. Owl is like, we got to take the fight to Ashdown. That's the name of the town. We got to take the fight to them. They're just going to keep coming for us. It's time for us to make ourselves known and just go killing, go on a rampage, and talks them into it. And there's essentially they go out. There's a bunch of vigilantes in the woods, including one of Christopher Robin's friends. They get basically all massacred except the one is like disfigured and is found by the police. So now the police are on the alert for something going on in the woods. Mm-hmm. It seems like they are at first suspect it was Christopher Robin, but they pretty quickly are like, no, something else is going on here. I'd have to imagine that he would have like an alibi for all of the murders when he was in college, but all right. So going back to there's like a sub story about, the Christopher Robin's only friend, or I guess he has a couple friends, but his main friend is Lexi, and Lexi can't go to this rave. So Ava, who's hosting the rave, doesn't want Christopher Robin to come because everyone thinks he's a murderer, and she's worried people won't come to her sex rave if he was there. It's like, all right, solid logic. Yeah, sure. So that's like one of the other side stories that's happening. But they do go on the rampage. they want to hurt Christopher Robin, so they do try to get to Lexi, but luckily she and the kid she's babysitting are able to escape. Then she warns Christopher Robin that Winnie the Pooh might be coming after his parents. Spoiler alert, they come after his parents, stab his mom like with some knives in a dishwasher.
Chekhov's upside down knives.
Yeah, Chekhov's upside down knives in the dishwasher, stabs her in the head. And then the dad dies somehow. I don't think we see how he dies.
I think Pooh just fucking mauls him, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. You're right. It's like just a basic kill.
He just poos him.
Just poos him up. And then Bunny, the sister...
You don't, because the sister hears the dad screaming off screen.
Yeah, because she goes into hiding, and then they think that his sister was kidnapped. But, spoiler alert, she wasn't.
It wasn't.
More of the massacre. There's just scenes of like cops getting killed by Tigger, Owl flying after people because he can apparently fly. You can tell that the budget is like way better this time around. Like Winnie the Pooh's mask isn't quite as cartoonish now. It's like more like an angry bear. Tigger doesn't look much like a tiger, I'm sorry to say. Owl looks like they put a lot of budget into Owl. He looks rad. I actually like the Owl look.
He does look good.
But while Christopher Robin is visiting his injured friend in the hospital, the one who survived the massacre in the woods, and warns Christopher Robin that he was right, he sees a hospital orderly who he recognizes as the person who kidnapped his brother when his brother was a kid. Oh, spoiler alert, his brother was kidnapped as a kid. Oh, that's going to factor into the story. Don't worry, we're about to find out. He goes to Cavendish's apartment or whatever. Cavendish is like, yeah, I kidnapped your brother and all those other kids. I took them to a doctor who wanted to do genetic experiments on them, turn them into animal-human hybrids. They had advanced healing factors. He killed them all and buried them. I killed him for it, stole all the evidence from him. But then when I came back, they had all dug themselves out of the grave. And there's like a little bit with a hypnotherapist where it's like, you're remembering Winnie the Pooh too fondly to Christopher Robin. And then he remembers like whenever Winnie the Pooh was a kid, it's just an angry kid bear. So it's like, yeah, you're not remembering this right. So it turns out Winnie the Pooh is actually Christopher Robin's long lost genetically modified brother. Good story twist, right? Like, who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the reason why Pooh Bear has a grudge against Christopher Robin beyond the abandonment issues. We're not going to go into too much detail in that. And also why their entire town kind of acts like nothing went wrong when a bunch of kids went missing like a while ago. They act like it never happened. It's
super weird. Yeah. It's like, oh, you didn't have a brother. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. Okay, then.
It's like gaslighting, like at its like peak.
Yeah. But Owl sends Winnie the Pooh and Tigger to go to the rave.
Tigger's unhinged.
Tigger's like, it's like, how do you like these claws, bitch? He's like talking like he's Freddy Krueger or something. He won't want to stop chattering.
It's like insane. Like there's one scene where the girl's on the catwalk and it's like the, I can't remember what that's called, but it's like the steel grate and he can like get his fingernails to the claws through. He's like poking holes in the floor. He's like, dance, bitch. And he's like poking. It's like,
like stabbing her in the feet and until she falls or something. Like, it's pretty rough stuff.
Tigger's so bad that the other animals locked him in a cage before they let him out.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that I should have mentioned is in Owl's like tree lair, they keep Tigger locked up, and there's a reason for that. He's crazy because he's constantly spurting one-liners. Like he says something like about bouncing, right? It's like someone says bounce, he's like, that's my favorite thing or something like that.
Yeah, it's super weird.
Yeah, so he's having a great time. Pooh, on the other hand, is more like taking care of business. He's going around killing people.
He wastes no time.
No, yeah, he doesn't. He's not here to play games.
No.
It seems like almost everybody is murdered. I think that maybe one person, like one group of people, hide themselves in like a chainmail fence, but we never see them again. So I assume they found a way to get into them. It's kind of funny because some of the cast members from the last movie are here in this one as like just rave guests. You'll never really tell who they are because it's literally so many people killed. Yeah, so they had to call probably all their friends for this.
Dude.
No, this is their end of the movie massacre kind of thing. This is like their piranha scene at the beach, the new
like
beach.
The John Wick kill scene. Like,
yeah, it's just like this is the coup de grace, as they say. The massacre happens, but Christopher Robin gets there and he basically injures Tigger enough that Tigger dips. And Winnie the Pooh had already dipped.
He bounces.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Christopher Robin does end up going to the grave site where they were buried. Somehow,
yes,
he knew that Winnie the Pooh knew that to go there. I don't know. I don't understand that. They have a battle. Winnie the Pooh says, "Oh bother," and like one of the only things he says, and then Christopher Robin like pulverizes his head with an axe, killing him.
Yep.
You know, Lexi survives. Christopher Robin survives. The cop says, "Don't worry, Bunny's safe. She was hiding at your house all along. She wasn't taken by Tigger and Pooh or whatever," because he thought that he was taken by Pooh the entire time. So he's reunited with his sister. Happy ending. Or
who
is
all
it?
survived?
Well, let me tell you. We have a scene where Owl says, "We will find a way to regenerate them, and then we will get our revenge on Christopher Robin." And then it shows like Winnie the Pooh's split head is sitting in a chair, and it pulls back to what I presume would be Piglet in a
I think
chair,
it was Piglet.
and his head is starting to grow back, suggesting that these guys are either immortal or pretty close to it, and that's how the movie ends. "We shall get our revenge on Christopher Robin." So there you go. Winnie the Pooh did not have his B ult in this one. It was only it was only in the previous movie, which now we know is a movie within a movie. So don't worry about it. Any plot holes are cured when you remember it's a movie.
Wait
within
for
a
the
movie.
third one, where this is going to be a movie within a movie within a movie.
In three layers deep movies. What would you say would be your McMurder of the movie in this one, though?
The burning alive thing was pretty wild.
They really came out swinging with that opening scene.
They did. The bear trap one was really good.
That would be mine.
Yeah, I think it's the bear trap one.
Yeah,
'cause he
using
breaks
the bear
every
trap.
limb.
Yeah, because I didn't even describe that. So he ripped off her
every
one
single
leg.
limb.
Then he
Yeah.
like breaks both of her arms behind her back, and then I guess so she has to hold her head up by like arching her back, and then he puts the bear trap in front of her face and like forces her head into it. It's like, oh man, that's a pretty gruesome thing to do, Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
So-
but the burning alive thing was pretty rough. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, considering that she survived being burned alive and like crawls out to be
How
murdered
dare
on
she?
land. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, Owl doesn't care for that.
Yeah.
I liked how Owl and Tigger talk.
Oh,
though.
Al
It's like,
killed her by puking on her and melting her face.
oh, that's right. Yeah, Owl has
Yeah.
his puke weapon. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently they all have special abilities.
Except for the bees. So
Yeah, that got retconned. So I guess there you go. That's it for the imminent public domain part 1. I won't talk about the fourth movie that I watched without Shane also
I'll
watching
make that
it.
part 2.
Yeah, but I watched Piglet just to tease the people. Now, somehow Piglet manages to be worse than all of these, I feel like. Don't worry about it. I don't want to get into
I'll
it.
find out.
You watch
Yeah,
it,
we'll
you'll
watch
find
it.
out, man.
We need to do the Goldilocks one.
Let's do it. Yeah, the Goldilocks one.
That looked good.
They have a Bambi one coming out later this year. Bambi the Reckoning.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that looks insane.
They
It's
have
made by the same studio.
Yeah. Same with Peter. What is it? Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare.
Yep.
So yeah, don't worry. There's no shortage of them because they keep making them. So we'll keep watching them. I want to see. There was one that was like, what was it? It's like Mary Had a Little Lamb, but the lamb is a murderer guy.
Yeah, that looked good too. There's a bunch of these that are like, I'm telling you, if you click on one, it's going to give you all of them. So don't worry.
Yeah, they will. I'm so worried that I'm going to ruin my algorithm on Tubi
You
by
have.
watching these. Yeah. There's that one. There's like, Mary Had a Little Lamb is the one about just like the, Mary the lamb guy who kills people. Bambi the Reckoning's coming out soon. There's the mean one is the Grinch one. Mousetrap is the one where it's a Mickey Mouse style killer who can somehow teleport. I don't know. It's all something,
Insane.
But you know what? Let's not. We're done with eminent public domain. We'll return with a sequel because they're going to keep making these because they keep somehow making money. Let's move on to a little thing we like to call two obituaries. Insert funeral dirge here.
It sucks.
Yeah, there's a lot leaving. I'll try to keep it focused up on horror-related stuff. I think all of their Final Destinations are leaving. I think they had like 1 through 5, I want to say. All on the chopping block. Idle Hands, which is an old Seth Green one. That's out of here. The Menu is leaving, which is kind of a bummer. The Menu's super good. The Hills Have Eyes remake and its sequel, which it's got problematic elements, so I guess we won't be too sad to see it go. But, oh no, the most horrible of horror movies, Jungle to Jungle with Tim Allen is leaving.
What?
I know.
Dude, there's a banger leaving this, and I'm surprised it's leaving.
Which one? Go ahead and jump in. Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's on the leaving soon.
I must not be there yet. Yeah,
I can share. I can share it.
Well, I'm looking at it on my tablet.
Oh, nice. You know what's funny? Your list will be different than mine.
They're probably all leaving though.
Right, but it's just funny because of what movies I click on my list. So, like, what it thinks I will care about is different. Like, Metropolis is leaving.
Why would it, though? Those are, like, silent movies that can't cost them any money to have.
Exactly.
A bunch of the Elvira, like, hosted movies are going away. So, Elvira fans. Pet Sematary remake is out. The Core, the movie where they say you can't just drill into the core of the earth. He's like, but what if we could? It's like, oh, I think we got a movie.
David Cronenberg's Dead Ringer's leaving. What?
Oh, man, R.I.P. No, Baby's Day Out. It's not a horror movie, but well, unless you're those guys trying to capture that baby. For them, it definitely was a horror movie. The Fog remake. Not the best remake, but not terrible. Quarantine 2. Void. Yeah, I saw The Void is, but they've been threatening to take The Void away for a while. So I feel like, yeah, I'm hoping that it keeps resisting the urge. And if you do want to watch The Void afterwards, which if you haven't watched The Void and you're a fan of anything horror related, especially Lovecraftian horror, The Void is available on Peacock. So if you have Peacock, you have access to The Void.
Shit, Ghost Stories is leaving.
Oh, Wormwood Apocalypse is leaving. That's actually an interesting little zombie movie.
All the House on Haunted Hill, all versions are leaving. So that sucks.
Well, those I have to imagine will come back, or at least the older one. Yeah, yours definitely tells you. Well, I'm using the Tubi app on my tablet, and I feel like it's not as good. Yeah, go ahead. It's not as good as the version that's on like everything else. Oh, Mothra is leaving, including Rebirth of Mothra 3, and probably any other Rebirth of Mothras. I feel like we're losing a lot of Mothra.
There we go.
We've Always Lived in the Castle, going away. Oh, you're moving so fast. There's no way I'm going to keep up with that.
No, I went to the top. I just...
okay. Donnie Darko. There's people who like that. The Grey, a movie where wolves kill a bunch of people. Oh, Chinatown's leaving. That's just a good movie. Not a horror movie, but... Oh, not even just the... There's 2 versions of Nosferatu leaving. Yeah. It's a bummer.
Troll Hunter.
Troll Hunter is a good one, yeah. Day of the Dead. No, Dog Soldiers. Dog Soldiers is like one of my favorite werewolf movies. I can't believe that's going.
The Luft.
Never heard of that.
It's The Loft. I was just kidding. He-Man, the Dolph Lundgren version.
Yeah, Plan 9 from Outer Space, but it's in color, so that's fine.
Idle Hands is leaving.
I know. I said that earlier.
I know. I'm just kidding.
You jag.
Ooh, The Tall Man. It's actually a good movie.
It's all right.
It's not... Well, we won't get into that. Ghost Stories.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yeah.
Yep, keep moving.
Look how many versions, like the French one.
Yeah, that's interesting. They have multiple versions for that. Probably because they don't have multiple audio tracks. They just have whatever version they have. Yeah. Oh, no! The Beyond! That's a really good giallo. Survival of the Dead, it's definitely a lesser George Romero attempt, but...
It was interesting.
That's just a nice way of saying it wasn't very good, but it was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. And then it was like the recording of the dead, right? Where they
no, that was before that. Survival of the Dead was the last one. That was Diary of the Dead. Yeah,
yeah.
Lord of Illusions. Oh yeah, I forgot that Swamp Thing is leaving. That's a bummer. The House by the Cemetery, which is a solid one. Studio 666, which is the Dave Grohl horror movie. Dead and Buried. We're thinking about doing that sometime.
Well, we better get on it.
I don't think we'll have time. we still have two-thirds of a Summer Try Slash-a-thon to get through. And that's pretty much, the lists don't give us everything, so there's definitely other things that are leaving that I see whenever I click on it. If it's like on my list or something, you'll see like the days numbered. So keep an eye out. If there's any that are relevant to our show, like ones that we've done that may be important, I'll be sure to post them on social media to let people know. But there you go. That'll be it for our two obituaries. Funeral dirge. I don't know why I said it that way, but I'm going to stand by it, stick by my guns.
It's a real shame.
I mean, hopefully it's all just right stuff and most of them come back, but I still feel like how we were burned when Night of the Creeps showed up for like 2 weeks and then left. It's like, what was that?
That was insane. That was insane.
Yeah.
I forgot Death Race 2000.
I forgot. Yes, Death Race. Death Race 2000 is horror adjacent. So I forgot to mention when we were talking about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It actually won. It actually won the most. It tied for the most Razzie Awards in history. It tied. You want to know what movie it tied with?
What?
I'll give you a hint. It's a Kevin Costner movie.
Waterworld.
No.
Robin Hood.
No. Really making Kevin Costner seem like he makes bad movies, but I actually like both those movies.
Field of Dreams.
No, come on, man. I'll give you a hint.
Swing vote.
U.S. Mail.
What? That's his best movie.
Well, that's just a hint. You got to tell me the name of it.
U.S. Mail.
That was the hint.
FedEx.
You've never seen The Postman, I guess.
I have seen The Postman. I was just kidding.
You sound like a Holmnist right now. But yeah, so you're a fan of Nathan Holm over here, trying to downplay The Postman. But it's just crazy to me that The Postman is a movie that I'm like unironically fond of, and it's like tied with that Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which is essentially garbage. So there you go. I will say, if we're going to recommend any of these, I will only recommend Blood and Honey 2.
Yeah, I mean, don't watch the first one, just watch this one, because it pretty much shows you the first one for like 2 minutes.
The only thing I can really recommend about the first one is that he uses his B ultimate one time.
He watch the last 10 minutes.
And for Popeye's Revenge, I honestly don't think I could recommend it at all.
I can't either. It's so bad.
The rules are so all over the place with that one. So
that movie was 35 minutes longer than it should have been.
And it was like 80 minutes. So
I know.
It's terrible. But all right, before we get ready to close out here, I do want to say something real quick, if that's fine with you.
Yeah.
I want to say thanks to our friends at Rebel Revolver for the use of our theme song. Well, the creation of our theme song, and then now that we have it, we use it. Keep an eye out on their social media stuff for upcoming shows. I'm sure they'll have some more here coming up this summer. I just went to one this past weekend. They also recently released Out of the Shadows music video. It's really good. Check it out. Shane, again, did not star me. I was in 3 scenes in the background, as I said. But still good music video. Give them likes and whatnot on the YouTube and whatever. Share it if you like it, which you should like it because it's very good. So there you go. Just wanted to make sure I got a plug in for those guys.
Yeah, music video, very cool. We shared it on our Instagram. They also shared it. So definitely check it out. Good music video, filmed very well. So, yeah.
All right. Well, sorry.
We didn't talk about this at the beginning of the show. We are pre-recording some of this stuff.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And we're going to, because we have it like released in like what order we're going to do. So you probably won't notice, but if you hear us maybe mention something weird that like didn't happen yet or already happened, but we said it in a weird order, it's because we are pre-recording some things. So bear with us on that. But you should notice anything. Dude, if we were doing video pods, it'd be like the bear pops up. Yeah. Speaking of bears, there was a bear at my mom's house today.
Oh no. Yeah. It didn't see the no soliciting sign?
No, it didn't. It was just a weird restaurant kept showing up. That's a TV joke. So
well done.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you want to talk Dave into earning his bones. No bones about it.
I'm on my way.
On my way. That's his song now. We should, if I play it and record it, we can't get sued.
I don't think that's true, but I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'll consult the law on this one.
All right, well, you called me over here from my game.
Wait, didn't you pause it?
You can't pause online games, you fool!
You're going to get a ban.
Shane, I swear to God, let me finish this outro so I can go back and continue to wait to kill one person one round at a time over the course of hours. This has been a Dark Side Drive-In Intermission. Enjoy the sweltering heat of the unbearable summers. Hopefully you don't sweat to death. I cannot, for I am bones. I have no sweat glands. And also, I can't feel anything because no nervous system. But anyways, these have been your hosts who roast the ghosts. Stefan. Thanks, everyone. Make sure you stay cooled. And Shane.
And stay gold. Pulls out, goals out.
Pulls out, ghouls out. Unless it continues to rain all the time. It seems like it rains every day. True. I particularly hate it when it rains because it makes my cloak stick to my bones, and it's easy for people to tell I'm just bones. I like to wear a billowing cloak so you think I'm a guy. All right, bye,
thanks,
everyone.
Dave. Thanks for that image.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. We really appreciate your vivid use of imagery. You're so good at that.
We needed that, yeah.
All right, well, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
He thought he was in control. How wrong he was.
Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in. Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in movie club. From Dynamis Media comes a horror cyclopedia, watching movies from the gates of hell, covers ripped from a blockbuster shell. Officer Bosch is the only good cop, jumps in the stuff just can't be stopped. Things get hairy in the werewolf's lair, turn the corner and the prowler is there. It's the dark side drive-in. It's the dark side drive-in. Come to the dark side drive-in. It's the dark side drive-in movie club. Shane's the one who runs the show. He produces and keeps the flow. The Savini of the ones and twos. Only Jack Cordell has bigger shoes. Stefan does the bulk of the research. His descriptions just can't be besmirched. Lots of synopses are the top of lore. Just like Lampson, you'll be begging for more. It's the dark side drive-in. It's the dark side drive-in. Come to the dark side drive-in. It's the dark side drive-in movie club.
From the deepest corner of the darkest universe, two brave hosts battle through nameless hordes of ghoulish monsters most foul. All to bring you the eternal glory of the Dark Side Drive-In.
It's the Dark Side Drive-In. It's the Dark Side Drive-In. Come to the Dark Side Drive-In. It's the Dark Side Drive-In movie club. It's the Dark Side Drive-In. Come to the Dark Side Drive-In. It's the Dark Side Drive-In. It's the Dark Side Drive-In movie club.